You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. And Ellen Dill, thank you so much for your YouTube membership request and for bringing Bambie Thug back down the rabbit hole. We're very excited because we have never heard Bambie Thug talk outside of singing before. So I'm very excited to see this. And this is On the Go with Ginta, and this is episode 3. So shout out getting Bambie Thug for your 3rd episode.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm so excited to get into this interview and get to know the artist who Bambie Thug is behind the music. So I'm so excited to see what is in store for us today. Thank you so much, Ellen Dill.
Ellen Dill, thank you so much again for this write-up. This just came out today, so you're on point as always, Ellen Dill. This is coming out tomorrow, though, for y'all, so this is the day before. But I'm very excited to do something very brand new and up to date after all this success with Bambie Thug on Eurovision. Okay, here we go. Dear Kyle and Alanna, that is us. After delving into Bambie's discography for quite a while and exploring many of their artistic facets, I figured it's time for you to get to know them on a more personal level and to get all of the background information about the Eurovision performance. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bambie's life and their mindset. Could there be any better opportunity to get lost in the Bambie rabbit hole than the deepest and most sophisticated interview they gave while being at Eurovision in Malmö, Sweden? I don't think so. Because I encountered so many moments that made me reflect, smile, or speechless when I watched this stellar conversation for the first time. The interview was actually conducted by the famous Swiss Italian singer Ginta, who also has Lithuanian roots, and it's part of her podcast On the Go. As part of the aforementioned podcast, she interviewed several Eurovision artists while the competition was in full swing, and Bambi represented Ireland was obviously one of them. Mm-hmm. To be honest, I rarely watched any interview with as much awe as this delightful dialogue, almost being absorbed by the flow of the conversation, and all the elaborate answers Bambi was giving just showed me that I am supporting exactly the right human being with all my heart, and that we actually share countless spiritual views and interests, which made me feel even more connected to Bambi as a person to what they're standing and fighting for.
Very cool.
I also remember that you were speculating about the background of some music videos and wondering about some aspects of Bambi's imagery and your reactions. And this interview will definitely give you all the answers to bright light into the darkness. Thank you. And since our witch is being asked about a plethora of topics here, there'll also be many linking points you can latch onto and discuss about if you like. We're talking about Bambi, so even an interview turns to pure art.
Very cool. I'm really excited for this one. Thank you for such an amazing write-up and for all the background information as we are getting into this first-time interview with Bambie Thug, and we are even getting to meet a new artist being Ginta.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get to know her as well and her interview style, because now I'm really interested in a lot of people's interview style with these artists, because that's so cool.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see what's in store for us. So thank you so much, Ellen Dill. So I'm honestly, I'm very intrigued by the set that we have and everything, because set looks lovely. It's absolutely amazing. I am very intrigued by Bambie Thug's dress that they're wearing. I've been looking for seams for a while, and I can't see the seams, but I can see where the fabric is tugging. So I'm really intrigued on the costume style and the work that they always bring into everything. It's very unique.
I'm literally like this. Yes. Amy had to shave my armpits a while ago. I had nothing to do in lockdown, and my friends just practicing tattoos on my arms. Yeah, it's kind of the evolution of their craft.
This one.
Oh. Wow.
What is this?
Oh, this is my pole dancing mouse.
Pole dancing?
Yeah.
I like that.
Do I have a favorite part in my body? No, I'm just happy that I have a body.
Wow. Great answer.
On the go with Ginta. Bambie Thug.
Hello.
Thank you for being here with me at On the Go here in Malmö, Sweden.
Thank you for having me.
You look wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, you're a piece of art. Tell me everything about this look.
So this is by a designer called Alejandra Monzo.
Alejandra Monzo?
Yes, and it's actually an ode to one of her main type of dresses. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And yes, basically that's what I'm wearing. And I'm wearing nails that are kind of before you use nails, before they're edited. Just
I love
shove
this
them on.
idea. Wow. Can you hold your phone and type in your phone?
Oh no.
No.
No, I have to keep my phone away from me anyway right now because it's too crazy.
Oh, I can
like-
imagine.
Yeah.
Stay away from me.
What about your sunnies? Do you call them sunnies?
These sunnies are from Vinted, actually.
Wow.
So they're like secondhand.
Wow, they're
Fabulous.
So cool.
Wow. Do you pick your styles or you have somebody that helps you out?
No, I have Bo Tiger Ray, who is an has an incredible eye, and you know, is just making me look fabulous all the time. But we live in a very similar aesthetic world, so I never have to question. You know,
Just trust the process.
I trust the process. We pick things together. Yeah, he's really helped me be even more fashionable than before.
Why a witchy world?
I'm a practicing witch.
Are you? Really? So
Yes.
that's the
See, that is so cool because I actually had a comment that happened on our last Bambie Thug reaction that said that Bambi wasn't a practicing witch when you mentioned that. And I was like, no, Alanna didn't just
no.
say that. Bambi herself is a practicing
As
witch.
somebody who was a practicing witch,
Yes.
I can tell you that Bambi is a practicing witch.
Yeah, the evidence is there even without saying it.
I'm a practicing witch.
Are you? Really? So
Yes.
that's the circle of candles.
Yeah.
What are your practices?
So I do a lot of sigil magic, which is like symbols that you make poems.
That's what I-
Get rid of the vowels and repeating letters, and you're left with letters to make a new symbol out of. It's kind of a manifestation kind of thing. I haven't for a while because I haven't had my own place in a long time, but I had a massive altar with loads of potions.
Yeah, go all in, man.
I had to keep my altar hidden because I was raised very Christian.
Yeah,
And
no
so
kidding.
I kept everything hidden for a very long time. And so it's really cool because when I've been watching Bambie Thugs stuff that they're putting out, I've been able to recognize all of it because when we met, I was a practicing witch.
Yes, you were.
And so this has been such a cool experience, seeing everything that Bambi is putting into things and all the artistry behind it, but then also knowing some of those little hidden things that are happening.
I can
at
see
the
the
same
excitement
time.
it brings out of you because even Bambie Thug, when Ginta asked them,
Got excited.
got so excited. It was like, yeah, I'm a practicing witch, and like, if you want to go deep into this, let's go talk about it because there's so many forms of it, and that's why
There
for me,
are.
who is a bit more ignorant to that stuff, it's so cool to get some good information from someone who's so articulate like Bambie Thug.
Absolutely.
That I miss a lot. My magic is very much putting intention into physical items so that then when I see them, I'm reminded. And it kind of is, again, a manifestation type of thing. I just love anything mystical. I love anything ethereal. I'm Irish, so our heritage is pagan. You know, I grew
yes.
up in the countryside talking to the trees and making potions then as well. So it's just in me. And I love drama. I just love anything otherworldly.
Do you have any ritual?
Any rituals?
Yes.
I have bath rituals.
Bath rituals.
Um,
What do they look like?
lots of salt, lots of candles, breath work. You know, my craft is very much personal.
Yeah.
To my healing and to uncovering my own mind and the world around me.
Do you collect anything?
Personal journey.
Do I collect anything? Yes, I'm one of those people who, like, if you see a shiny rock or if you rocks, I love rocks.
Rocks, me too.
love
I'm so
rocks.
into rocks.
Anything beautiful, like pieces of driftwood, if they're lovely. I found a gorgeous, like perfectly shaped wand on in a Shannon beach in Ireland, actually, a few years ago, and I was like, this is literally just came out of the sea for me. Yeah, anything that draws my eye, I'm taking it. I'm a bit of a hoarder with those kind of things.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
My
For your
inspiration.
Ooh.
Everywhere. Life, fantasy, anime, Tim Burton,
Of course.
Of
books,
course, yes.
things my friends say, just life in general, I think, you know, is incredibly, I guess, influential on everyone, but definitely I see a lot of patterns in things, you know. And
The last pattern that you saw was?
actually, our music video, some strange things have been happening. So when we shot the video for Doomsday Blue, there were 2 pictures filmed at the end, and I took one of them out, and I was like, fine, we can just leave the blue one in. And we put out the video, and it turns out that it's Ireland's favourite painting.
Oh.
And I didn't know that. So that was the first one.
Oh,
And
that
then-
was a sign.
Yeah, and recently we did a cover of Zombie, the Cranberries, and we shot it in Malmo Cemetery, actually. And
In Malmo Cemetery.
yeah, and I didn't know till afterwards that the flowers that we were in the video were flowers from the Middle East. And that's a song about peace and everything. So it's just a lot of things are tying in,
No kidding.
which some would say were weird. I think it makes sense. I think it's extremely connected, everything we do.
We're on the same page. You do have a very
What a great conversation, like you're saying, Ella.
Yeah.
This flow is incredible. And what's so impressive about what Ginta did at first is that the flow happened because you just acknowledge something that Bambi is like wearing. And then you go down there and go through the passions and just keep asking questions off of what Bambi is saying.
Absolutely.
And it's so incredible because we have our own podcast, so we love to understand how to interview better. And
Absolutely.
this is a great craft right here. And Bambi is so down to earth.
Yes, everything that Bambi is saying, like, I am 100% on the same page with.
Yeah.
Like, this is just beautiful the way everything's put through. I do like exactly what Ellendale said, like everything that's coming together is art, and it's like Bambi showed up at peak for the performance. They're talking about Eurovision which is peak within the performance industry, within these musical places. So like coming into this is like peak interview style as well. It is a true art form that we're seeing on screen between both of these amazing professionals.
Yeah.
very ballerina attitude, a real ballerina attitude on stage.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
So I studied ballet.
You studied ballet?
Yes, before coming to London to do musical theatre. I did a degree in musical theatre, and we had to continue our ballet training through that as well. But yeah, I've been in training for stage my whole life, so that's where it comes from. I love dancing, I love acting.
What ballet character would you be? A black swan?
Yeah, Odile.
Do you write music?
Yes, I'm a lyricist. I write for other artists, I write for myself.
Oh, cool.
I don't write theory, everything is by ear.
Cool.
Does music or words come first?
They actually, it depends, but a lot of the time together. But I write in my head a lot, so in the studio for me, we'll have the beat or something on, and I will be very much in a vortex, and then I will be singing it in my brain. I think it's an ADHD thing where, you know, as a kid I would be like, wow, I have a superpower, I can hear harmonies in my head, but really it's just neurospicy. And then I will just have it. But then sometimes I'll write a piano piece first and then put the words to it. So it depends on what instrument I'm using, what utensil I'm using for it.
Both ways, every way.
What kinds of instruments do you use?
Piano.
Not now.
Not now. It would be very,
All in your head.
very janky. Guitar. I don't use the tin whistle, but I can play it.
Tin whistle. Wow.
Irish.
Okay.
Cool.
And then obviously just computer and weird synthy sounds. Love that.
How much time do you spend in the studio?
Whenever I can. And I'm kind of annoying. I'm kind of like, we must finish the whole song now today.
Oh, okay.
But when I work with Tyler Ryder, who actually was the producer on Doomsday, he's the same. We're in the vortex.
Okay.
You know?
Focused.
Yeah, focused. Yeah.
And how do you dress when you go to the studio?
Ooh, good question.
Trackies.
Nice.
Tracksuit. Yeah. Comfy.
Slippers?
Haven't done, but I just got some new slippers recently and I actually love them, so I might start incorporating them into my studio time.
Do you bring any?
See, that's incredible because I'm just loving this flow again. That's a great question. Like, what do you wear when you're going to work and no one sees you? And I love that Bambi still is able to say it's like, well, I'm actually just in sweats.
And comfy.
You know, and
in my
comfy.
trackies.
But then also we know the people that work better from 9 to 5 and they have to set that. Or, you know, some people that need to go down that vortex and go while it's hot and go until you have all energy gone for the day and then move on to the next one after.
Absolutely. I love everything that is being said here because I actually relate so much with Bambie Thug and everything that they're talking about.
Absolutely.
This is the same. This is very much my style. This is what where I was entirely when we first met.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So like this was,
and still there too.
I still am there sometimes. So it's refreshing for me.
Of course. It's nice to see it too. Like it's helping me because witchcraft is such a personal journey. It's not always about voodoo, which sometimes you only see in movies, right? Like, so then that's like sometimes the only thing I see. So it's so cool to see Bambie Thug explain how much of a personal journey it really is and just growth. And
absolutely,
I love that about it. It's really helped me too. So let's keep going, eh?
Items or accessories or maybe potions to the studio when you go?
I always have an obsidian with me, actually, a ball of obsidian, which is a strength crystal.
What about your beauty routines?
My beauty routines.
Do you have any?
I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Thankfully, at the moment, I have my lovely makeup crew with me, and Amy Heaney takes my makeup off and puts a lovely towel on my face. I feel so special. Me, I'm really bad. I literally am like water, face wash in the bath, tear it off and go to sleep. I'm so terrible. I'm terrible.
In a group of your friends, who were you? The outsider, the trendy, the sporty, the geek?
Oh gosh. That wasn't even me then. That's a different person. I had like 2 very close friends as teen, but always felt quite alien everywhere, you know. I'm half Swedish, so we were always kind of alien in our town, like the Swedes on the hill, not really integrated properly.
Oh, really?
Well, you know, I don't know, never really felt completely accepted anywhere.
That's tough.
So maybe a bit of outsider, but also an attention, like wanted to be in all the plays and in the front.
They're a dark night.
Were you shy as a kid?
No. I was like, put me on the stage. Yeah, I was always like the lead in our shows in school growing up. The stage was never something scary for me. It was always where I felt more at home. And I think it's, you know, I get very overwhelmed in crowds, but I feel very at home in front of
people.
I love performing. That's all I know.
Does that come from your roots, from your family traditions?
I think so. I mean, Ireland is a very musical, you know, poetic country. And then my other side of the family is obviously Sweden, which is very like great pop music.
And you do mix the two greatly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who are your friends?
Who are my friends?
Yes.
My lovely queer family, my team here. Yeah, it's small little tight circle of people who love me for all parts of me, all facets.
Many facets.
Is there anyone in particular that you would like to thank for something, on something that happened on your path in your career?
Yeah, my best friend Michelle DeLay, who is actually here in Malmo with us at the moment, keeps me so grounded. Doesn't really exist on the online world. She's very much like, nope. So her head is always very secure, very...
You need that.
I trust her words. She knows me. It's always so easy if we haven't spoken in so long. You know, it's not like you have to keep tabs on anything. It's exactly the same. Yeah, and also Matt Williams, my choreographer for loving me through all my names, all my modes of self, all my changes,
Wow.
and keeping me steady.
What is your relationship with social media?
Social media, at the moment, very overwhelming. I'm trying to kind of have a little bit of a breather from it because it's getting quite hectic.
Well, I could tell.
I don't mean to make this about us in any way, but for you to be saying that you're so far away from social media right now, Bambi, and you took the time to share the love, really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate that. And this is just such a good conversation.
Wow.
You doing okay, honey?
Yeah, I am.
Good.
It's getting quite hectic.
Well, I could tell.
I think it's very important for me to stay present and centered and remember that even though it's amazing what's happening online, that this is the world. And we're in my body where I am now.
Yeah.
Here and now.
Here and now.
Yeah.
Talking about body, do you have a favorite part of your body? What do you like to enhance and what do you love most of yourself?
Do I have a favorite part in my body? No, I'm just happy that I have a body.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah, sure is.
I'm lucky. We're lucky to have these lovely vessels that we can dress up and run around in and explore this world in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Do you have a favorite color? I would say black.
Black.
Why? Why black?
I think everybody looks amazing in black. I think it's sleek.
Oh, thanks God, you know, I
Yeah.
just did the right choice today.
You look gorgeous. I also, you know, black takes in the most light as well.
Oh,
So
that's deep.
Yeah.
I quite like that sentiment for it too.
Wow.
What was the first thing that you did pack in your luggage when you left for Malmö?
The first thing I packed in my luggage. Well, we had 9 suitcases for the costumes, but my own luggage. I have a little. Actually, that was the first thing I threw in. I have like a spiky orange ball. That's like a therapy ball for like stopping myself from dissociating.
Wow.
Which
okay.
I should actually have with me all the time.
So you have Swedish
That's
origins,
a good one.
Irish
I never
origins.
thought about that's what it does for some people is it helps you not dissociate from being present, I guess.
Absolutely, yes.
Right. Wow. Okay.
That's what all the fidgets are for,
Right.
is so that you don't wander off.
Yeah, and I guess that makes sense, but it's just really eloquently said there, and like,
So eloquent.
and gives you a reason to have more empathy from the other side if you're not experiencing that yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. Eh?
Do you feel a citizen of the world? You said you feel like an alien.
Pretty feel like an alien. Yeah, feel like an explorer.
What do you do? Like the first thing that you do when you come in a new city? Do you clean your, I don't know. Like
I need to nest.
Okay.
If I'm in a hotel, I need to nest. I need to make it like at least a bit homey for me. So I hung up like moons. I have flowers, I have candles. I have a little bit of altar bits, my crystals. Food, that's what I like to find.
Yeah. What kind of food do you like?
Depends where I am. Here, meatballs, licorice, canny and buller.
Fabulous.
You're fabulous.
Do you cook?
I do actually. I'm actually very, 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 very good at cooking.
Wow. What kind of food? What's your favorite dish?
What's my favorite dish to cook? Melanzane parmesan.
Oh, Italian.
Yeah. The
that-
aubergine.
Okay. La parmigiana di melanzane.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love
Why?
making that.
Why?
It's just so tasty
Okay.
and it's so easy.
Where did you try it first?
Actually, it was one of the recipes I first learned when I was in home ec class as a teenager. And I just was like, this is it. This is my favorite one. And it's remained my favorite one. I love making pastas. I love making curry. I love making chicken or fish or anything. It's very therapeutic for me. I think that's probably actually where my mind is very present because I have to that's all I can do. The cooking is in front of me. I'm centered and I love cooking for other people. I love when they love my food.
as someone who is also a practicing witch, like Bambi is, cooking is a form of magic. That's how you can pour your love out.
Oh, cool.
So
Absolutely.
You can actually, cooking is magic in of itself. There's a whole thing about hearth witchcraft and kitchen witches and what you can do
But you're trying to
in
put
that
intent
moment.
into the physical,
And when
which is
you're
the love into the
putting
food.
the intent into the physical, exactly.
Right.
You're putting that love into the food. So for Bambi Thug to be sitting here and be like, no, I'm very good at cooking. I love cooking. This is my passion. I love food.
Yeah.
That is more than just the food. It's a love for the intent, the love for the people making the food, the love for the food that you're eating. So Bambi is also going to be very conscious of the type of food that they're putting in their body. Is it food made with intent?
That's very true. Yeah.
Or is it McDonald's?
100%. And Bambi also giggled the same way when asking about cooking as the witchcraft
as
too.
with the witchcraft,
Which you're
because
saying they're one and
they're
the
one
same.
and the same. So
Yeah.
this is so cool to really see this whole experience and interaction.
Yes.
Sharing food is so important and so so beautiful to come together over food.
What about trends? Do you
Trends.
follow them or you set them?
I set them.
How would you call this trend then?
Bambi Thug.
Okay. Bambi Thug, in one word, how would you describe it?
I think it's kind of giving alien goth
Alien goth. Wow.
today.
Yep.
Fabulous.
And God, I love that.
Let's play a little game now.
Okay.
Ooh, fun.
Just to find out a little bit more about your personality. You just pick one of the two and then you tell me why.
Nice.
Day or night?
Oh, night.
Night.
Ooh, I like that.
I love the night. I love the moon. I love the stars. I could stare at the moon all. I wish it was all the time. I love it.
You have universe written on your hands.
Real.
You have a special connection with the stars?
Yes, I think so. I spent a lot of my childhood, thankfully, in the countryside where you could see so many stars and just staring at them. And I could get lost in the night sky, actually. Easily. I don't know.
Would you see the stars blink for you?
What do I see, which?
The stars blink for you.
Do they blink for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they blink for me.
Cell phone or book?
Can this be a notebook?
Of course.
Okay, notebook. Lyrics.
Lyrics.
Yeah.
Journaling?
Journaling and lyrics, but journaling usually turns into lyrics because I seem to write my journal in slight rhyme without meaning to.
Nice.
And then I'm like, oh, maybe I could use that.
Automatic writing. Do you channel?
If I'm really needing to get something out of myself, or if I'm in a place where the only way I can get things out is through writing sometimes, then it kind of just flows. It's flow state, really, I guess.
Coffee or tea? More of a coffee person or a tea person?
Tea.
Depends on what country I'm in. If I'm in Ireland, tea, because Barry's tea, gorgeous. I would have about 8 cups of tea.
Netflix or cinema?
I think Netflix. I love being cozy. I'm home.
Netflix alone or Netflix and chill?
Netflix alone. Leave me alone.
Comfortable holiday or adventure holiday?
Can I have a comfortable adventure holiday?
Yeah, what would that look like?
I'm taking both of them. I guess, I love mountains actually, but I love sea. I love exploring. I do. Can I have a comfy hotel room, but with exploring activities?
Yeah, come to Vancouver Island.
Tainamara.
We'll be there.
We'll meet you there for tapas.
Yeah.
They're unlimited.
You like your food?
Comfort.
Comfort.
Mountains. Ocean. Island.
Cabin. It's
Cabin.
great.
It's great.
See you there.
Okay.
I want both.
Minimal or maximal?
Minimal.
Yeah.
Why?
Grounding.
Mini.
What
What does minimal mean for you?
space and clean lines.
Traditional cuisine or sushi?
I like growing up, my mother was also an amazing cook, so we didn't really like eat like loads of, we did have standard Irish food as well, but she would cook Swedish food, she would cook Italian food, she would cook French.
A lot of influences.
So our traditional food was like just everything. Yeah.
Do you still cook together?
I haven't cooked with my mom in a while, actually. When I go home, she kind of does it sometimes, and I'm like, can I have that?
Do you have special traditions in your family?
Well, I'm kind of between, so I don't really get to see them as much as I would like to. But when I do, I love spending time with my sisters.
How many sisters have you got?
I have 3 sisters.
3 sisters.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have 2 older and one younger.
Fabulous. What a woman empowerment in one family. That sounds so good. Do you have a favorite animal? Might that be a cat that is more, introspective and more solo, or a dog that is more social?
I'm like the worst at this game because I'm like both, all the animals, all of them.
What about Dennis the mouse?
Oh my God, Dennis the mouse. Ode to Dennis, R.I.P. Dennis.
Poor Dennis.
What do you feel more?
At the moment, dog, because we have my sister Holly has the cutest like chorky dog called Ned, who's like the light of our lives, and every time I see him, he's so sweet, he's so smart, he's so fluffy. And they're just so kind.
But as a character, you feel more social, you feel more feline, you feel a unicorn, you feel what is your soul animal?
Probably like a ferret.
A ferret? Oh, I like it.
They're like a bit slinky, but they're sweet, but then they're also a bit...
Yeah, I just found out that they're like real killers. Actually, yeah. I didn't know they were so aggressive. So just pick one question, and let's see what that is. Might be nasty, might be not.
The way my glasses, I can't read anything through them. Wait, I'll do this. Does money matter to succeed? I mean, it would definitely help.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's the be all and end all,
Of course.
I don't come from wealth really, and I'm independent, and we seem to be doing pretty good.
That's for sure, that's for sure. Sometimes, when you have money, maybe you waste it on some things. When you have less, you're obliged to be more creative.
Exactly.
Can you relate?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most of my first music videos were extremely low budget and look more than they are, because I think you have to be clever and resourceful, and again, like you said, you have to be more creative.
Yeah.
And you just get good at budgeting, and
Is that a skill you have?
yes, definitely, and an eye for things in secondhand shops or wherever it is. Like you can find amazing pieces anywhere if you just have the right eye for things as well.
And a very last question. If you were not an artist, not a singer, not a performer, not a dancer, who would you be?
Probably a chef.
Yeah.
A chef. Oh, that sounds good.
I do love cooking.
International?
Just like a little, like boutique-y, small, lovely restaurant where it's like my own hours, but it was maybe in demand because the food is so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so tasty. Bambi, thank you so much for being with us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. Incredible. Brilliant on the cards, getting them to kind of pick.
Yeah.
On the go.
On the go.
With Ginta.
Ginta. Awesome. That was incredible. Looks like we both connected, but you connected on such an incredible multi-layered levels. And I just want to hear what you're kind of thinking.
Everything about Bambi is so real to me and my life and my upbringing.
Yeah.
And there's just such I feel such a relation with this individual because of this almost like a shared experience, but yet so far distantly between.
Of course.
Right? Because like Bambi is such a performer, and it's so cool to be able to hear what they have to say on their life and where they are, what they're doing, how they got there, and like just I would love to be able to sit down and just talk with this person because of where their mindset is. And whereas for me, I'm so afraid of the stage, honestly,
Right.
in that moment.
Yeah,
So
of course. And you're really good inside of crowds.
but I'm really good inside of mass big crowds.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
on the complete flip side of the coin. And so seeing what Bambi is putting together and then hearing about the vortex that they get into, which
Yeah.
I
You completely
I
understand.
completely understand.
Yeah.
So then it's so cool to just see how eloquently someone of their stature and what they're doing, what they're putting into the
What they
world,
stand
what they
for.
stand for,
Yeah.
how eloquently they can put it into words.
No shame, not bashful at all.
Not bashful at all, but
Cheerful,
then
actually.
very cheerful, and then still be able to see those moments of like the discomfort in the conversation, you know, like get the fingies going a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
You can see
so
it.
like
I love
you can
it.
see it, and it's
Such
so
a human.
humanizing.
And Bambi, you say you feel like an alien, and I
Yeah.
respect that too, because we talked to a gentleman, Chris Harms from Lord of the
Yeah.
Lost, and reminds me a lot of the same philosophy.
Very similar
And
philosophy. I
still
think
both feeling like an alien and
Yeah.
all that, and expressing in a different way.
I
And
loved that I'm a traveler here and I have this amazing vessel that I can
Yeah.
experience the world. Like,
well said, because it's
Well
so
said.
true. And like, doesn't matter what you're wearing, but when you're wearing something that makes you look like art as well, it makes you the center of
Yeah.
attention, even if you don't want to be. And it's so cool to know that Bambi is uncomfortable in those moments, but then still goes for it, still is
Absolutely.
independent. I was literally just talking on some of the last reactions where it's like, I want to know someone go all the way as an independent, because you still can
Yeah.
be successful. And Bambi
Absolutely.
Thug's one of those people that looks like they're gonna do it, and I find just so much encouragement on that, and being able to stand for what you are and continuing to change and evolve. And I think that's what they were saying about their choreographer that was so good at
Who's been there the
changing
whole
with
time.
them, which
Absolutely.
apparently there's been a lot of changes. So it's so cool to be now going through the history of Bambi
Mm-hmm.
Thug, and as well getting to actually have a real good one-on-one talk. And I know we would have a great talk with Bambi Thug as well.
Absolutely.
Especially you as well.
I would love to talk with Bambi Thug about all the different things that they do, especially within the witchcraft world. That's something that I'm huge
course.
into. I wanted to shout out and just say like how amazing it was with that question around social media with Bambi Thug, because I actually haven't heard Bambi Thug until this point with speech or anything like that.
No opinions
But
or anything.
no opinions or anything. I've
Yeah.
stayed very far away from it. However, that does not mean that I have not seen a lot of the on both sides of the playmat, because I watch a lot of different commentary from all different sides,
Yeah.
because I'm all about getting more than just one side of a story. So I've seen that social media has been revolving in this never-ending vortex around Bambi Thug since they had their plays at Eurovision, and
Right.
it's become a very heavily talked about topic about
100%.
this individual. And so this being the first interview that I have been brought into has been an amazing experience for me. And then seeing how that question, how are you dealing with social media, and seeing that, you know, it's
Uncomfortability.
that uncomfortability,
Yes.
and then being able to say, bring out that positive and show that bit of light. And then I wear black because it sucks in the most light, it
That was so
absorbs the
cool.
most light. And now with
So
this
impressive
uncomfortable question, I'm gonna only give you that light back to be able to speak on it.
Yeah.
So that was so cool to really see those moments that
Yeah.
are so genuine, take a lot of thought, and then
Executed for us.
perfectly. So, and as soon as she Bambi Thug mentioned the notebook,
Right?
I instantly thought of you, because people who are on point
You gotta have that go. That's all I got. Like, it's right here. Here's my notebook. It's right in front of me, just like my phone.
Because you have to be constantly working, constantly writing. When you're an independent like that, like what Bambi is, like what people are doing, like what we're doing here with the YouTube channel, like what Ginta's doing with her podcast.
Bambi watched Blue's Clues.
Yeah. She got her notebook. She found the clues. She sees the patterns. They do. Sorry, they've got it all going.
Yes.
So like, this has been amazing.
It's so fun, and again, I did not come from witchcraft, so to have all this enlightenment and to have my walls be broken down as more from the vanilla side of life, it's been really encouraging for me as well, and to see just how much you're connecting with this whole artistry. It's just been so phenomenal. Ellendale, thank you so much for giving a safe space for Bambie Thug and everyone that loves them, and because I haven't really experienced much negativity in the comments, at least from our reactions, so that's been very awesome from my side.
Very positive on our side. So like, thank you guys so much for being so supportive and positive with all of your comments, with coming to these channels with Bambie Thug, and just being able to see how amazing the art and the performance that this person is putting through really is, and now getting an introduction to them and getting to hear their thought process and what's going through their body, soul, and mind has been such a amazing experience.
And they're touring this year, so if you're going, let us know in the comments below.
Let us know.
A great time. I hope you guys had a good time with us as well. We are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Ellendale, thank you so much for bringing this down the rabbit hole. I can't wait to see what else is coming from Bambie Thug, and perhaps if Bambie Thug sees this, hopefully they will take up our offer and check out Tainamara. It's an amazing place for some rest, relaxation, and coziness and food. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless you all.
Take care and bye for now.
You are now exiting EntertheCronic's rabbit hole.
Thanks for your participation.
Make sure to follow, subscribe, and put on notifications.
We will see you all next time.
Stay tuned, tell your friends about us, and God bless.
Hey guys, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. If you like this channel, remember to subscribe right here. And if you want to subscribe to the artist that you just heard, remember, it is right here. And if you're excited to see another video that we think you might like, click here.
Thank you so much, Chronicans, for making it this far. We love you so much.